Make sure you have space around you. Stretch your arms out to make sure. Now, take a deep breath and close your eyes. Put your feet down and ground yourself to the floor. Connect your toes. Root them down into the ground. Let the pressure escalate on your toes and lift yourself up from the chair to a standing position. Imagine the thing that makes you outraged the most in the world. What do you imagine? Injustice? Our world slowly drowning? That there is no way out of it? Imagine if your movements could change that for the better. How would you move? What would your body say? Start by shifting your weight between your feet. Let your arms loose and shake your head. Good, let's go there. Eyes closed, heart pumping, and body talking. Let the music challenge you, or keep you on the beat, or free you to go your own way. Let it guide you and provide you comfort. Now it's time to open your eyes, stop dancing, and sit down. The world has changed a lot as you knew it, because we didn't change. We stayed comfortable and in the cozy familiar, so our streets were flooded, over-flooded by plastic. The question is, how do we come to this? Human behavior is hard to change. It has to be done gently and in phases. You can't just ban an item from the market and expect people to cope with it. For many years, we've struggled to find a replacement for plastic. A new material that isn't harmful or unhealthy to man or to earth. That's when bioscientists and researchers started investigating the marvelous and undiscovered works of mycelium.
How did we come to this? Earth and plastic and people in one big cloud of excess. We're drowning in plastic, in man-made materials, and materialistic overflow. Something had to be done.
I heard about this place from a lot of people in the underground. It's some sort of club that has set out to revolutionize people's plastic consumption. They do all sorts of stuff here. Experiments, art, expressing themselves through dance and music. I've never seen anything like this before.
People just joined from everywhere. We're in Berlin and people always come and go here. People come for the clubs, the music and the drugs, but then they leave. And this time they stayed. Our little mycelium lab turned into a social lounge that turned into a club. Some of us already worked in the club scene, so we just used what we had. And then it became what it is today. A counterculture, a movement of people who are prepared to change to save our world.
Viele junge Leute versammeln sich in diesem Hyphio Club. Diese subkulturelle Szene dringt langsam in den Mainstream-Gesellschaften ein. Langsam aber sicher wird das Mitzel Berlin, Deutschland und die Welt grundlegend verändern.
So this is our club. Hyphio, a place where the music is provided by the fruits of mycelium, played by a DJ using mushrooms. Each strain has its own unique sound. In the bar, we only sell drinks based on kombucha. which also is made from the healthy fungus called Scooby, symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. That's how we stay healthy despite the world above us. And here is the lab where everything gets tested. Currently, we're developing an ISO identification that can tell the health conditions of any living things. Due to the non-local intelligence in mycelium, we unlocked a way of reading its impulses. Our counterculture is a place for many rebellious actions to be done. But we move in unconventional ways and trust that the change is growing.
It all started with a seed. What if humans shared the same features as Hyphio, an incomplete wholeness that has stayed on Earth without the feed? You live and you learn, but not like them, and somehow we keep our mistakes on repeat, feeling like we mislead ourselves on the path, and somewhere along the way we stopped to believe. It all started with a seed. Growing underground in the dark, and non-local capacity spreading its weeds across acres of land, settling into the concrete. Do you dare to look long enough to acknowledge the incomplete cracks in the pavement below your feet? It all started with a seed. Nature doesn't care, and eventually everything grows. Hyphenetic networks flowing underground spread their seeds at a rapid speed. We trust in the beat of the silent creature, and we dare to look long enough to understand that it's our life that's not guaranteed. We allow it to take the lead. Hyphio, it all started with a seed.
This might seem unlikely and fictional, mixing nature with neon, and that the underground club scene in Berlin will educate the world in consumption behavior. Well, it is. But it is a possible outcome if we don't do anything here and now, starting today. Take a moment and close your eyes again. Reflect over in what capacity you can replace plastic in your life. Is it by educating yourself, exploring substitute materials, or by starting to make conscious choices with nature as your guidance? Humans will always try to stay comfortable to save energy. But how will the environment ever get the chance to save energy and regain a comfortable state if we don't change?
To let a sucker step up and get bombed. Bobby created by my producer.
Why you losing my mind? 'Cause your heart is so blind. When you left me outside, I be losing my mind. Why you losing my mind? 'Cause your heart is so blind. When you left me outside, I be losing my mind.
With mycelium as a replacement of plastic, we can shape a future to look forward to. Put a hand on your chest and take a moment to confess how you feel about the possible futures we have ahead of us. Do you dare to be the one who can change our world?